Greetings, greetings, greetings. Hey, ladies. I am so excited, and I was so overwhelmed by the response of you guys asking how I lost 60 pounds in my 50s. So, I wanted to make a video and just tell you my experience and just reassure you that you can do it as well. So to give you a little bit of background information about me, first of all, I want to say thank you for watching this video. I promise not to make it more than 10 minutes. Okay. To tell you a little bit about me, my name is Stacy. I am 52. I have been menopausal, not perimenopausal, but menopausal since age 47 at least. And so what that means is that my menstrual cycle stopped and all of that. Along with that, the weight gain, relationships sometimes bring on weight. So you guys know about that sometime, I'm sure as well. So what I did, so just to get down to it, I was at work one day and I was talking to one of my fellow coworkers, and she said, "Well, why don't you try this weight loss drug?" Now, let me give you a little background. I am an avid exerciser. So I have a treadmill, I have an exercise bike, I have dumbbells, I walk, do all of that. But the weight was still coming on and it was collecting. Okay. And it was staying there. So when my coworker was like, "Well, why don't you try this weight loss medicine?" And it was Ozempic. And she said, "Why don't you try it?" And I have some weight loss groups that my patients are in. So she sent me the website. So I went to the white website, and this was my first time dealing with a compounding pharmacy in this perspective. And I'll be quite honest with you, it was out of the country. So this was I was 49, and I reached out to this compounding pharmacy and found out, how much their medicines cost and what they had. So I started out with now I needed a prescription, of course. So I started out with the lowest dose. And I want to say within a month, I'd lost 8 pounds. So that was my journey. It was about March before, I want to say that was about a month before my 50th birthday. So I lost those 8 pounds, went on my international trip, was feeling good. And of course, the same thing within 3 months or whatever, it was back, right? And then every time it would come back, it would add a couple, 4 or 5 with it. So fast forward, I did the same thing. I got access to Monjaro. I got access to other compounded medicines. I live in Atlanta, and I went to a doctor here who gave me a weekly injection, and it started out as semaglutide, which is the drug name, the generic drug name for Ozempic. And then she gave me about 2 weeks of tirzepatide, which is the drug name for Monjaro, or let's say Zepbound, but Zepbound wasn't even out by then. So when I started with her, I'm gonna be candid. I'll tell you, I weighed in the 240s. I weighed 240. I stayed with her for 8 weeks, and I took a weekly injection. Y'all, when I left her, I weighed 243. Okay, pause. So then, now granted, I'm still doing all the things, working out, trying to eat right and everything. But here's the deal: my appetite was not decreasing, not to the amount that I have it now. So fast forward, I met an influencer online, learned about their company, and started with them. And that was July of 2024. And I have not looked back. So I always tell people the 3 A's: access, access, accountability, and availability, right? So you have to have access to the medicine, it has to be available, and you have to have someone you're accountable to. Okay, so just going into a clinic and getting an injection doesn't necessarily work if you don't have a group to work with, right? So I will, by the end of this video, I'll tell you about 3 things that I do to keep the weight off and to keep it coming off. I lose weight. I've been losing weight consistently. Sometimes I do hit a plateau, but I can help you with that as well. So, what did I do? I started that medicine, and it is compounded. So the medicine would come to me. I would get mailed to me in a in a kind of, a device where it keeps it cooler, a cooler keeping it cool. I had 3 days to put it in the refrigerator, and I would inject myself with it weekly. And that's what started. Like the first month I lost 9 pounds. And it took a while. So the first 2 pounds, I just lost 2 pounds. And then all of a sudden the third week, 9 pounds came off. And I could literally feel the weight coming off. Okay. I joined a Pilates class. So I told you I was going to give you 3 things to help me keep the weight off. I joined Pilates, and I promised you after that Pilates class, the weight just started falling off. I'm like, what is going on? So then I got to a point, it was slow, I lost 20 pounds. I hit a plateau. I got to 30 pounds. So I have a Facebook group, and I have a group that I run to help people work out, because the difference between losing 20 pounds and 40 pounds, or 25 pounds and 50 pounds, is going to be exercise. Okay. When I exercise, the weight comes off much faster. Now, number 2, focus your exercise, because we know that this medicine makes us fatigued, right? If you're taking the GLP-1, the medicine makes you fatigued. So you're like, I used to do 60-minute boot camps. I can't do that anymore because I'm too fatigued. So what I do is I take my workout, I make it 15 or 20 minutes, and I do it at night, because I know that these medicines are working in concert to decrease my blood sugar, right? And so if I give it exercise, my blood sugar is going to fall even lower, but it's right at night, so it's going to use that food that I ate through the day. So that is number 2. So number 1, add some type of new activity. For me, it was Pilates. Number 2, exercise at night. That's going to jump it. Number 3, I'm going to tell you, okay, so I run an accountability group for GLP-1 girlies, okay? I also run an accountability group for exercise. So you have to have an accountability group. Like, you're not in a silo. You can't do this alone. And so we meet weekly, and I'm not saying join my group, but find someone that's consistent and make it more than one person, because if you got 2 people and one falls off, then you're messed up, right? So consistently work out. So if you want to work with me, that's fine. I have an app, I have all of those things, but we talked about Pilates, working out at night 15 to 20 minutes. And if it's only 15 to 20 minutes, then you can make it hard, right? Get on your treadmill or go outside and make it hard. Get your heart rate up to about 70% of max at least. Okay. And number 3, accountability. Find you an accountability group. Um, so those are the 3 things that I did that bumped my weight loss up. There are a few other things that I have done. In full disclosure, before I share the other things that I've done, I must let you know that I am a board certified obstetrician and gynecologist. So I do have access to medicines. I do prescribe the medicines. And so I know some ways to tweak the medicines to make them work a little bit more and a little bit faster and a little bit more efficiently. I won't go into detail about that now, but if you are interested, I have dropped my contact below. Please reach out to me if you're interested in any of the things I talked about. On 52, I'm all about skincare. Okay. So if you want to know some stuff about that too, let me know and I'll do another video. Yes, all of the things. All right, y'all. Thank you for listening. I told you I was going to make this less than 10 minutes. Thank you. I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel. So if each of you could like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would make me happy as well. Thank you. And thank you for letting me be part of this group. Bye.